Good morning everybody, I am Sarah with the trains, and today you find me at Cambridge station on a very bright April morning. Today I'm going to be heading off on a journey along some of the stations on the route from Cambridge to Brighton on ThamesLink, and I just got off a very packed Class 755 from Norwich to Cambridge. I'm really hoping that's not going to set the tone for the day, because that was not a particularly pleasant journey. But let's head off to our first station of the day, which is going to be Royston. What do we think of the new livery on the cross-country Turbo Star? Yay or nay?
Stansted Airport. Calling at Stansted Airport. Platform 2 for the 11:11 cross-country service to Stansted Airport.
So we just had a very last minute platform alteration. I'd gone down to the end of platform 1 to film the ThamesLink coming in, and then the announcement came out that I needed to be on platform number 7, and Cambridge is absolute chaos today. Managed to make it just in time. One unfortunate thing about today is the iron board seats. We have made it to Royston. First things first, on arriving at Royston, I saw that there's a bit of graffiti over there that says Jason, and over there on that building it says Auto Jason, so an automatic person called Jason. Royston station was opened by the Royston and Hitchin Railway in 1850. It was initially the eastern terminus on a line that would ultimately go between Hitchin and Shepperth. It was extended to Shepperth in 1851 and subsequently to Cambridge in 1852. It was extended to Cambridge by the Eastern Counties Railway, which leased the line between 1852 and 1866. In 1866, the Great Northern Railway took control of the line and operated trains all the way from King's Cross to Cambridge. Prior to the Eastern Counties Railway's extension from Shepperth to Cambridge, there was a connection from Shepperth to Cambridge operated by omnibuses. This was started on the 1st of August 1851, the day that the extension to Shepperth opened, by the Great Northern Railway. This meant that a combined journey from King's Cross to Cambridge was a total of 130 minutes by the 9:15 a.m. Northern Express. The omnibus journey part of that took 40 minutes to cover 9 miles. As you can see from this map from the 1890s, Royston Station did have some pretty extensive sidings, as well as a signal box, which sadly no longer exists. Royston Station was named Royston (Hearts) because we're in Hertfordshire at the moment, to distinguish it from a station in South Yorkshire, also by the name of Royston, but that Royston station actually closed in 1968. The line from King's Cross to Royston was electrified in 1978. As it only went as far as Royston, that meant that anybody wanting to go to Cambridge had to get off at Royston, change over to a DMU and head off to Cambridge. And that went on for 10 years because the line wasn't entirely electrified until 1988. One interesting thing about Royston is that bidirectional signalling, which is controlled by the power signal box at King's Cross, allows for trains coming through Royston to overtake the train in front of them, and it's the only place on the line that can do that. These days, Royston Station is served by ThamesLink and Great Northern. Services go to Brighton, London King's Cross and Cambridge. Now we've had that little history of Royston Station, let's have a little look round and see what's here at Royston today. As you can see here, there are 2 platforms. Ooh, and we've actually got a ThamesLink coming in, so we'll continue that bit about the platforms in a second. Oh, we had another 700 rattling through, but I didn't get to get a shot of it because we sort of got bowled. Never mind. That's something to remember about Royston. The trains do come through here quite frequently. There's 2 services that go to Brighton, 1 to King's Cross and 3 that go to Cambridge. As you can see, we do have a bridge that goes between the platforms. There's lifts to provide level access. Oh yeah, don't forget, this line is electrified. We do have the good old ticket machines, and both platforms are completely level access. Out here we have got the car park. There's lots and lots of cycle parking. Let's have a little look at what the parking charges are here at Royston. So we've got the day peak, which is £9.80, day off peak, which is £4.20. I'm going to put the little league table up on the screen right now and see where Royston Station ranks. Royston joins the league table in second place, being £2.60 more expensive than the number 1 spot, that is Battlesbridge, and £3.80 cheaper than the most expensive, Whittam. We've got another one of these waiting rooms that's got the door button, in which we've got a wide variety of seating. We've got the classic metal benches, the little wooden benches, and the wooden perchy bench. As you can see on the London-bound platform, we have got toilets out that way, ticket barriers, booking office, and a little cafe thing. We're now going to head back over to the London-bound platform to head to our next station. The next station of the day is going to be Ashwell and Morden. And 387122. I know some people don't like them, but I don't care what anybody says. I love the Electro Stars. We have made it to Ashwell and Morden. Ashwell and Morden was opened in 1850 by the Royston and Hitchin Railway as just plain old Ashwell. It only changed to and Morden in 1920. In spite of being called Ashwell and Morden, it's actually located in the hamlet of Odsey. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Ashwell, Gilden Morden and Steeple Morden are a couple of miles away by minor roads. Services through Ashwell and Morden are 2 to Cambridge and 2 to Brighton per hour. Now let's go and have a little look round and see what's here at Ashwell and Morden today. We have got the old road bridge. Connecting the two platforms is a footbridge. On the Brighton bound platform we've got the usual benches and a wooden waiting shelter. Got a safety poster that says don't run, ride, skate or glide. I understand run, I understand ride, I understand skate, but glide? Obviously we've got flappy plastic bins and a good old grit bin. On the Cambridge bound platform we do have some station buildings which we'll go and have a look at in a second. Oh, there is in fact a ticket office here. It's just got quite limited opening hours. So it's Monday to Fridays, 6:30am to 9:15am, and then it's closed on weekends. So just above the defibrillator, we've got this sign reminding you which platform is which, and telling you that you need to cross the footbridge for trains to Stevenage and King's Cross. So you're probably thinking, Sarah, what's abnormal about there being a sign to say what platform you need to be on for what train? That's pretty normal. A lot of stations have that. You're quite right. However, it brought something to my attention. The only way to get between the platforms is a stepped footbridge. And not only that, the only way down onto the Cambridge bound platform is down a set of steps. There is no level access at all at Ashwell and Morden, and there's something a little, I suppose you could call it ironic about at the top of the set of steps. Here's the set of steps, and here's the accessible parking space. On the plus side, on the platform, we've got this help point and an induction loop. So this here is the old station house at Ashwell and Morden, and from what I can see it is now a private residence. I do declare I can see a parking sign. Let's go and find out how much it costs to park at Ashwell and Morden. So a day peak is £6.20, day off peak is £4.30, and super off peak between 1700 and 3:59am is £3.30. Being just 10p more expensive than Royston, Ashwell and Morden slides into third place in our league table. The car park here is actually on part of the site of the old goods yard. The section of goods yard beyond the car park is now used by a scrap merchant. So above the station car park sign is a sign that says public footpath to Littlington 2 3/4 miles. It's a shame I haven't got more time here, because maybe I would enjoy a little walk to Littlington. I don't really know what that is, except for the fact that it's 2 3/4 miles away. Across from the station I thought I'd spotted a Victorian era postbox. I hadn't. I saw the R and got excited. It's actually just Elizabeth II. No disrespect to Elizabeth II. back on platform number 1, ready to hop on my next train of the day, which is going to take me to Baldock. So looking at the dot matrix screen, I can see that my train is running an almighty 1 minute late. I'm sure I'll survive. Unfortunately, it's at this point that the journey came to an abrupt halt. About 30 seconds after filming this train go out, I tripped whilst walking into a waiting shelter, fell flat on my face, and somehow didn't break anything, although I did smack my nose pretty hard and start bleeding. I feel pretty sorry for the member of ticket office staff who opened the blind to find me on the other side holding a blood-soaked tissue to my nose and asking if they had a first aid box for some plasters and antiseptic wipes. She was absolutely great, took a report of what happened and helped me get patched up, and even gave me a bottle of water to take with me on the way home. I was disappointed, to say the least, but we're going to come back to our ThamesLink travels another day. These trains were all filmed while I was standing on the Cambridge-bound platform with a plaster over my nose and finger. I'm pleased to say that I now feel much better, and my sense of smell, which took a really bad knock when I hit my nose, has since come back. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please do leave a like, drop a comment and consider subscribing to see more from me. I'll see you all again next time for another railway adventure. And hopefully I won't trip over. As always, an extra special thank you to all of my patrons and channel members whose names are on screen now, as well as everybody who donates to me on Ko-fi. Your generous support keeps this channel going.